Hey everybody, hey, how you doing? It's Matthew and I'm back for another video, and I'm doing this one live from the woods deep in Little Rhodey in Rhode Island. Yes, I'm in Rhode Island in the woods. You might be saying, Matt, what are you doing in the woods in Rhode Island? I don't know. I'm just here, okay? Anyway, folks, how you doing? I'm going to do a quick video right now. Reader's Digest version, I guess you'd call it. My personal, I guess, mini review or my take on the McCartney 321 mini series or mini documentary special, 6 parts with Rick Rubin, which just recently opened on July 16th exclusively on Hulu, which is a streaming service. This past Friday, I believe it was. Yeah, the 16th. So anyway, folks, I thought I'd give my take on it. Now, I don't have Hulu, and I have to be honest, my beginning thoughts were like, whatever. I'll get to it when I get to it, or if I happen to be somewhere where somebody has Hulu, I'll watch it. But I have to be honest, folks, I wasn't in any rush to see it. I figured, I'll get to it eventually. But I happen to have one of my 2 sons has Hulu, and he said, Dad, if you want, we'll give you the password, and you can just log in from your smart TV, whatever, and watch it. I said, oh, well, geez, that sounds good. Thank you very much. So got the password, logged in. I was able to watch it over 2 days. This past weekend, I watched the first 3 parts one day, and then I watched the last 3 the next day. And here's my take on it. Now, this is going to be kind of, like I said, a short review, folks. I'm hoping to keep this within under 10 minutes or so. If you want to see some really, because other people have done it better and more detailed and more involved, I'll give you a couple of examples. Go over to the 2 Legs video cast with the great Tom Hunyadi and the great Andy Nichols. They do like God, it has to be over an hour and a half, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. But they do a very extensive overview of this 321 special. They dive into every episode, all 6, and go into extreme detail. So if you want that kind of presentation, go see the 2 Legs podcast or video cast on that. They do a fantastic job. Now, if you want to go a little more concise, but still with a lot of information and detail, then I would suggest checking out Joe, Mean Mr. Mayo, recently did his review of it, his overview, and he knocks that, that time that Andy and Tom do in 2 Legs, he knocks his review down to about 20 minutes. So if you want like a 20-minute type thing, go see Joe's. He does a great job. He throws a lot of detail and nuances about each song. I don't feel I need to do that here, folks. I figure I'll just give a general overview. If you want detail about specific songs and what Paul said and how Rick Rubin reacted and all that stuff, go see those other 2. They're great. They're fantastic. I love them. I thought I'd keep mine more concise, very concise. And basically say that, I'll give you quickly, my first impression was, after I saw it, was nothing earth-shattering here. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along, nothing to see here. That was my first reaction, folks. But please, don't misunderstand me here. Did I enjoy the special? Did I think it's fantastic? Absolutely. I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful, and I truly enjoyed watching it, okay? To me, at this stage in Paul and Ringo's career, the twilight of their careers, everything we get from these fellas is a gift. An absolute gift, whether it's Paul releasing McCartney 3 or Ringo putting out the Zoom EP earlier this year, and we're supposed to be getting another EP from Ringo later this year. Who knows what's on the horizon for Paul in the coming year. Whatever we get from them is a gift, in my opinion. So to me, this McCartney 321 special is a special gift. It's great to have. I loved it. I loved all 6 episodes. After one would finish, I would look forward to the next one, and I couldn't wait to finish the series. But, that being said, I enjoyed it. I'm happy we have it. I'd rather have it than not have it. It was very well done. All 6 parts were well done. They kept you interesting. They didn't do it chronologically with Paul's career. They jumped all over the place, which was great. But the one big thing I want to say here, folks, is that although I loved it and enjoyed it, a couple of points I want to make. If you're a hardcore Beatles fan and Paul fan, it was like like I say, not earth-shattering, because, 95% of this material we've heard before, we know about. Those of us who collect bootlegs and different things, we've heard different tracks with, this piece missing and now a vocal isolated and all that. We've heard all that stuff before. So yeah, it was nice to see Paul and Rick do this together and see Paul's reaction and Rick's reaction, how excited they were and bopping around and all that. But and I enjoyed it. But it wasn't anything like I was like my jaw dropped to my chest. I was like, wow, that is amazing. I didn't have that reaction. I had kind of like oh, that's nice, but nothing. Like I say, I keep using the term earth-shattering. Nothing earth-shattering here. Nothing, nothing big deal. And the other big thing I didn't care for was that 43, and I'm approximating, but I did try to count, 43 Beatles songs were either referenced or focused on in this series. Maybe, if you're lucky, 5 or 6 Paul solo tracks were either highlighted or maybe a snippet of them were played or talked about briefly, some of them a little more extensively. But that's pretty, to me, the balance was way off there, folks. I understand it. The Beatles are the Beatles. They're the Beatles. Ooh, I get it. They're the Beatles. But you know what? Paul's had a 60 since the Beatles started, a 60-year career of music and composing and creating. And 1/6 of that was the Beatles. The last half a decade, 50 years, half a century, has been Paul's solo career. And to me, I know what a lot of you are going to say. Well, the Beatles are the Beatles. They're the Beatles. I'm sorry, folks. Paul, he's had material and solo music that rivals and in some cases surpasses what he did with the Beatles. That's just my opinion, okay? I love Paul's solo career, and I think, when you've had a long, illustrious solo career, 50 years, yeah, you're bound to have ups and downs. There's going to be low points. But there's also some really great high points in Paul's solo career. And I just felt that, did I want there to be, if there's 43 Beatles songs being referenced, should there be 43 solo songs referenced? No, I'm not saying that. Or 80 because his solo career has been longer? No, I'm not saying that. But folks, come on. They could have added at least another 30 minutes of material, and I know it wasn't chronological, but just intersperse it, even if you had to have 7 episodes. But to me, there should have been at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 more solo songs that were focused on from different eras of his solo career, and then I would have been a happy camper. Okay? I really would have. If they had, maybe selected a track from Tug of War, okay? Or maybe Flaming Pie, or Chaos and Creation in the Backyard when Paul was really bearing his soul. Pick one of those songs to talk about. How about something from the new album, like Early Days, or maybe focus in on something from the new McCartney 3, just to bring it up to today. I really think they could have done a little bit more. Not a lot. I'm not saying it had to be equal with the Beatles, but come on, 5 or 6 more solo songs focused on would have been nice. All right, even if it brought it up to 1 more episode total time or something. Now, I don't know, maybe if this is successful, maybe they've got stuff in the can, more solo stuff in the can, and they'll release a few more episodes focusing more on his solo years. But I'm sorry, I just felt a little chinced. I mean, yeah, at the end of each episode, I was wanting more because they were not being chronological, so you didn't know what was going to happen next. But now that I've seen it all and I know what was coming next, I felt a little robbed at the end, like, that's it for the solo years? There's no more, they only went up to the highest they went was 1980 with McCartney 2 talking about Check My Machine and Waterfalls. That's it? Where's the last 40 years of his career? So anyway, folks, I don't want this to be a downer. It's not a downer, and I want to get out of here within 10 or so minutes. I just want to say I love the special. Anything we get from Paul, whether it be a documentary or music or a new article or stories or a book or anything we can get that Paul creates or is part of, is a gift, a wonderful gift, and I am happy to have it. And I am happy to have seen and that this new special with Rick Rubin exists. I'm excited about it, and I'm happy it's here, especially for the newer fans, the younger fans, the casual fans. This is great stuff. I loved it. It was great. But like I said, a couple of my disappointments were the fact that, you know, for a hardcore fan, it was a little bit meh. Yeah, it was good. There was a few nuggets here and there, but nothing that really like, wow, you know, for a hardcore fan like you and I. And I really thought the solo years were really chinsed. They really went chintzy on his solo career. Come on, 50 years, and all you can come up with is talking about 5 or 6 songs, and some of them very briefly. I didn't think it was good. But anyway, folks, but the series itself was good. I enjoyed it. Thank you to Rick and for Paul for creating it and presenting it, and now it's on the record. It's been documented, so I'm very happy and excited about that. But just a couple of things I wanted to pass along that I thought could have been a little bit better. But overall, if you want to get more details on what was said and done, go see Joe, Mr. Mayo's video, 20 minutes long or so, or go see Tom Hunyadi and Andy Nichols' great opus discussing this special, which goes well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and they go into great detail. I love both of those. So anyway, folks, that's it from me, Matt Street. My opinion is it's great. If you get a chance to see it as a Beatle or Paul fan. If you're a hardcore fan, I don't think it's going to be that earth-shattering for you, but happy to have it. And I really think if you really love Paul's solo career, you're going to feel a little bit like slighted, okay? That's it, folks. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye-bye.